Good evening to all. Now we are going to see a topic, Internet of Things. I am G.Sivakumar, Assistant Professor, Computer Science Engineering, PSN College of Engineering and Technology. Okay. Now, what are the content we are going to see in this PPT? The first, introduction about Internet of Things and what are the benefits of IoT. Then, where the IoT can use it, that is the applications and uses of IoT. Then IoT challenges. What are the challenges that we are having IoT at present world? Then what needs to be done? If you are using a IoT in real time, today's world, then how the need related to IoT. Then top IoT technologies. There are various technologies available in the present world, but one of the major role today is Internet of Things. Then this content we are going to see the top IoT technologies and trends. Then future. What are the futures in the upcoming years related to IoT? Okay. Now start the basic introduction about IoT. Okay. So in this slide, what is IoT? So IoT is nothing but here I for Internet, O for of, and T for things. Internet of Things. So what is things? First, you have an idea about what is things. Thing is nothing but any object. If the object is given an internet connection, through that internet connection we have some work, or we are going to done some work, that is called things. Okay, so here you see the PPT that Internet of Things is a system. Okay, not only other, it is only system of interrelated computing devices. Okay, interrelated computing devices, mechanicals and digital machines, object. Already I told object or animals or people or whatever it is, that are provided with a unique identifier, that is UID, and the ability to transfer the data over a network. So the main purpose of using the Internet of Things is to transfer the data over a network, human to human or human to computer, that is human to computer interaction. Okay, a thing is nothing but, so in the second paragraph you see a thing in the IoT can be a person with a heart monitor implant, or a farm animal with a biochip responder, or an automobile that has a built-in sensor. So when we see the IoT topics, the sensor is a very very important thing that is present in the IoT to alert the driver when tire pressure is low or high, and any other natural or man-made objects or natural disaster we can easily identify through the sensor in the IoT. That can be assigned an IP address and is able to transfer data over a internet. So from the paragraph you know about the IoT is nothing but to transfer the data within the sensor. Okay, next. So IoT is also called a sensor network of billions of smart devices. Okay, the word smart in nothing but what are the work that is very difficult to done by the human. This sensor is easily predict the data that connect people, systems and other applications to collect and share data. So this is a small introduction about what is IoT. Okay, next. The small introductions are, it is a concept of connecting any device. So using that sensor we can connect any device and having a on off switch, whether we can on the sensor is work, whether we can off the sensor is switched off to the internet. So it includes normally from cell phones or coffee makers, washing machine, with the wearable headsets, headphones, then lamps, what are the wearable devices that is available today, and almost anything else you can think. Okay, so here the components of machine, for example, a jet engine of an aeroplane or the drill of an oil rig. Okay, next the things which is also includes people. So not only the thing is an object, it is also includes the people, it relationship between people to people, people to things, and things to things, and things to people. Okay, so here nowadays the dominant consumer IoT devices is the very best example is smart TV. Between 35 to 25 to 35% of consumers worldwide own a television that can connect to the internet. Nowadays we can easily connect our cell phone data, our cell phone movies directly to the TV, smart TV. Okay, we can easily watchable like that. So according to the Deloitte research. Okay, however other areas of the IoT markets are growing rapidly. Okay, next, why we are using the IoT? So why we are using, so the above two slides mention about what is IoT. It is nothing but the things which is related to given internet to have some shareable data from one sensor to another sensor, or people to people, or people to human, is like that. Here why we are using the IoT. So nowadays there are so many industries, there are so many organizations that are using IoT to operate more efficiently, to transfer the data and better understand customer, to deliver enhanced customer service and improve decision making. So these like that, to improve the decision making and increase the value of the business. So these are some small purpose why we are using the IoT. Okay, next, IoT ecosystem. What is ecosystem? If the system having a smart using an Internet of Things, that is called ecosystem. So an ecosystem consists of web enabled smart devices. Okay, web means internet enabled smart devices that use embedded processor. There is microprocessor, microcontroller, so there are ARMs or x64. There are so many embedded processors and sensors and communications hardware to collect and send data that can occur from the environment. Okay, nowadays we are easily predict the weather condition, we easily predict the rain something, we easily predict the agriculture related diseases. So these are all some sensors data to collect from the sensor. Then IoT devices share the sensor data, they collect and connecting to an IoT gateway or other edge device, where data is either sent to the cloud to be analyzed or analyzed locally. Okay, then 10 IoT technologies and trends. So these are the main 10 IoT technologies and trends. The first one is AI. So you all know very well about nowadays wherever we go, so many engineering students are taking their group as artificial intelligence, AIDS, AIML, like that. Okay, so artificial intelligence, that is, what are the things that are unpredictable by the human? So here the data is the fuel that powers the IoT, and the organization's ability to derive meaning from it will define their long-term success. Okay, this is the first trend, that is the artificial intelligence. Okay, next, trend number 2, social, legal and ethical IoT. So here some algorithmic bias, some privacy and compliance with the regulations such as general data protection regulation. Here successful deployment of an IoT solution demands that it is not just technically effective but also socially acceptable. Okay, that is the sensor that collect the data, that is not for only technical effective but it is socially acceptable by the world. Then trend number 3, infonomics and data broking. Okay, infonomics is derived from the economics. So information plus economics is called infonomics. So here infonomics and data broking. So here the theory of infonomics takes monetization of data, further seeing it as a strategic business assessed to be recorded in the company accounts by 2 years before, by 2023, the buying and selling of IoT data will become an essential part of many IoT systems. Next, the shift from intelligent edge to intelligent mesh. Okay, the shift from intelligent edge to intelligent mesh. Okay, here the shift is nothing but from the centralized to cloud. So here the shift from centralized and cloud to edge architecture is well underway in the IoT space. Okay, here the mesh architecture means connecting the sensor through the network to create a architecture will enable more flexible, intelligent and responsive to the IoT system. Okay, then trend number 5, IoT governance. So here and the IoT can be expanded some needs for a governance framework that ensures appropriate behavior in the creation, storage, use and deletion of information related to IoT project. So from this IoT governance, there are so many IoT projects are run by the central government that government can ensure some appropriate behavior in terms of to create data, to store the data, use the sensor data to wherever it is applicable, and deletion of some information, not necessary data. So deletion of information related to IoT projects will become increasingly important. So the trend number 6 is sensor innovation. So here the sensor market will evolve continuously through 2023. So new sensors will enable a wider range of situations and events to be detected. Next, the trend is trusted hardware and operating system. Okay, so sensor is nothing but a hardware having so many components that are interconnected within the sensor, and to predict the data, the sensor will act as a camera to predict the data. That data can be shared among the network. Here we can have a trusted hardware and the basic operating system wherever we use the computer. By the 2023, we expect to see the deployment of hardware and software combinations that together create more trustworthy and secure IoT systems. So the IoT technologies have very much trusted hardware and operating system. Then novel IoT user experience. So novel is nothing but the new idea or new innovations we can create based on the IoT. Here the user experience having 4 factors: the new sensors, new algorithms, new experience architecture and context, and social aware experience. So novel is nothing but the new one that is created by the sensor, new algorithms, new experience architecture and context, and socially awareness experience. Then trend number 9, silicon chip innovation. So by 2023, it's expected that new special purpose chips. So nowadays chip is nothing but a small metal which is used to sense the data from the sensor, will reduce the power consumption required to run IoT devices. Okay, the last one is new wireless networking technologies for IoT. Here we are balancing a set of competing requirements. In particular, they could explore 5G. So nowadays the 5G network is enrolled all over the world, and there are 6G, 7G and upcoming futures. There are so many generations are will coming. The forthcoming generation of low Earth orbit satellites and backscatter network having some new wireless networking technologies. So among from the previous 3 slides, the top 10 IoT technologies are, the first one is artificial intelligence and social, legal and ethical IoT. And third one, infonomics, that is information plus economics, infonomics and data broking, the shift from intelligent edge to intelligent mesh, then IoT governance, then sensor innovation, then trusted hardware and operating system, novel IoT user experience, silicon chip innovation, new wireless networking technologies for IoT. So here the top IoT technologies and trends that we are done. Next, what are the benefits? So IoT have a numerous benefits. There are so many number of benefits to organization, enabling them to monitor their overall business process. Okay, using that IoT, we can easily monitor their overall business process and improve the customer experience. So if the customer have any complaint from the organization immediately responds to the customer using that IoT to clear their doubts and something else. So we can easily improve the customer experience. Then save time and money. Very important benefits of IoT is to reduce time and reduce the money, having saved time and money, and enhance employee productivity. Okay, then integrate and adapt business models. So all the sensors, so IoT is nothing but the collection of sensors. So all the sensors having integrate and adapt to the business models, that can easily we can integrate the sensor to collect the data, then make better business decisions and generate more revenue. So these are some few benefits of IoT. Monitor the overall business process, improve the customer experience, save time and money, enhance employee productivity, integrate and adapt business models, make better business decision and generate more revenue. Okay. Next, consumer and enterprises IoT applications. So here some IoT applications that we are shown in the PPT, that is smart or wearable devices, smart appliances, home appliances, for example microwave oven, like that, smart buildings, smart home, smart TV, smart farming, smart health, smart city. So you see the text that all are having the smart. So smart is nothing but the IoT related network that is inserted in the so many applications for consumers and some other peoples. So smart car, wearables, smart appliances, smart building, smart home, smart TV, smart farming, smart health, smart city. Okay. So here to see the slide, that is the small world of the future using IoT. How the world is upcoming in the future, whether it is based on the IoT. So here it is a Rebellium smart world. Okay, here there is one surface diagram. So in that surface diagram there are so many smart sensors are used to collect some data and transfer the data between the Rebellium smart world. So first one, there is a leftmost top there is an air pollution. Okay, here the air pollution is a control of CO, emissions of factories, pollution. Okay, what are the emissions that are delivered from the factory, and what are some factory damages. So these are some created so many pollutions in the air to predict the pollutions. Next, forest fire reduction. Next one is forest fire reduction, to monitoring the combustion gases and preemptive free preemptive fire conditions to define alert zone. So here the forest fire detection, whenever the fire can be obtained in the forest, it can easily, the sensor can easily predict the fire and alert to the system. Then wine quality enhancing. Okay, here the wine quality enhancing is nothing but to monitor the soil moisture, and drug diameter in vineyards, to control the amount of sugar in grapes and grape wine health. Okay, then offspring care. Here the control of growing condition of the offspring in animal forms to ensure its survival and health. So if any diseases attack, or if any new diseases can be predicted by the sensor, so monitor the animal forms, and the animal is better to live as a long live. Then sportsman care. Here sportsman care is having a vital signs monitoring in high performance centers and fields. Okay. Then the structural health. So here the structure is nothing but monitoring of vibrations or any vibrations and the material conditions in buildings, bridges and historical monuments. So wherever we have the building, some difficult construction buildings, some bridges and historical monuments, here we can enable the sensor to monitor whether it is any vibrations in the buildings, bridges and historical monuments, and the quality of shipment conditions. Okay, to here also the monitoring of vibrations, or if any strokes in the ships, or container opening. There are so many containers shifted by the ship from one country to another country. So whenever the ship is on the sea, whether the container is opening or not, we can easily identify using the sensor. And the smartphone detection. Okay, detect iPhone and Android devices, and generally any device which works with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth interfaces. And so this is the smartphone detection. And perimeter access control. Here to assess control to restricted areas and detection of people in non-authorized areas. Then radiations level, very important thing that IoT can easily predict the radiations levels. Here the distributed measurement of radiation levels in nuclear power stations surroundings to generate leakage alert. If any leakage is present in the that nuclear that boiler, we can easily predict by the sensor. So we can maintain the radiation levels and the electromagnetic levels. The measurement of the energy radiated by cell stations and the Wi-Fi routers, where the electromagnetic levels are going very high or very low, like that. Then main one is the traffic congestion, to monitoring of vehicles and pedestrians affluence to optimize driving and walking routes. Then the water quality. So study of water suitability in rivers and the sea and eligible for drinkable. It is whether it is eligible for drinking water or not used, like that we can easily predict the IoT. Then golf course. So the golf course here, the selective irrigations in dry zones, to reduce the water resources required in the green. Then smart parking, very important and applications is smart parking, monitor of parking spaces available in the city, like that. Then waste management, detection of rubbish levels in containers to optimize the trash collection routes. Then right side, there is a smart roads. So here smart road is nothing but the warning messages and diversions according to climatic conditions and unexpected events like accidents or some traffic jams unexpectedly happening. Then smart lighting. So here the intelligent and weather adaptive lightings in street lights, it can be easily monitored. So using that IoT sensor, nowadays smart lighting is used. It is automatically switch off and switch on. Then intelligent shopping, okay, getting advices in the point of sale according to customer habits, preference, presence of what are the shopping components that is available at the time when we are going to shopping, components over them or expecting dates. Then noise urban maps. So here the sound monitoring in bar areas and centric zones in real time. Then water leakage. So having an pipe, here the sensor can detect if any damages in the pipe or any leakages, it can be easily identified. Detection of liquid presence outside the tanks and pressure variations among the pipes. Then vehicle auto diagnosis. So here the information collections from car and bus to send real-time alarms to emergencies or provide advice to drivers. The last one is item location. So here the sets of individual items by big surface like warehouses or harbors. So using that sensor, it is easily identified or whether it is available at the time when we are searching. So these are the schematic structure that how the Livelium smart world having so many sensors using that IoT to predict some unnecessary conditions happened or some unnecessary leakages can be happened. So the smart world of the future using IoT. So some sample consumer IoT products and service. So here that is a helmet construction sensor, medical alert watch, smart business clothing and smart running shoes. So one button product purchase. Here order at the click of a button, just a single button. Amazon has taken that phrase literally and produced physical branded buttons called Amazon Dash that link to product in your home. So Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, eBay, there are so many e-commerce companies that are using the smart works. Say you run out of your laundry powder, you can press your dash button for Tide and Amazon will reorder your Tide powder product for you. No need to sign on to the web or whether there is no digital signature present in the web like that. For example, with the payment methods or any type credit card numbers and garden sensors, smart televisions. Like so, this is helmet concession sensors. It is currently available in the Amazon, Flipkart. That is currently not available. Sorry, we don't know when or if this item will be back in stock. Okay, so softbox multi-spot helmet sensor is like that. Next, Amazon Dash. So here the Amazon Dash buttons are available for millions of products that's with Prime. Some Amazon Prime customers are used to getting the cards from the Amazon. So here it is always accessible. Dash with your Echo Source, Samsung family hub like that. Then here it is a Kinso thermometer. So it is used to predict for a very 5 years old child or less than 5 years old child to easily predict the fever or any cough present in that monitoring your temperature and you can call your doctor as necessary. So using that thermometer sensor, we can't directly go to the hospital to see whether the child have any fever or any cough like that. Here the smart device that is easily predicted and identify the fever. Whenever it is necessary, we can go to hospital. Then here the connected car story. So here the connected car is equipped with internet connections and software that allow people to stream music, look up movie times, be alerted of traffic and weather conditions, and even power driving assistance service such as self-parking. So here, if we elaborate the PPT, here we can the connected car market. So this graph represents from year to year there are 45% of increasing populations from starting year to the ending year. So the total people is 220 millions of people. So here the revenue having 35% and the consumer perceptions, can be three levels having 44%, 40% and 14%. And saw some data related to that, and here the autonomous cars. Okay, and the last one having the players. Then smart farming, use of IoT to improve agriculture. So IoT is more usable in the agriculture smart farming. Okay, here the IoT based smart farming, a system is built for monitoring the crop field. So main purpose to having an IoT in the agriculture field is to monitor the crop field with the help of sensor. So in that crop, whether the light or humidity and the temperature and soil moisture, etc., you can easily predict with the help of sensor and automating the irrigation system. So the farmers can monitor the field conditions from anywhere. This is highly efficient compared to the traditional and conventional approach. Okay, next. So according to the terms of environmental issues, so IoT based smart farming provides some great benefits, including what are the benefits is better and efficient water usage and optimization of input and treatments. So the smart farming based on IoT technologies enables growers and farmers to reduce waste and enhance productivity. So crop monitoring system is main used in the IoT. So some of the IoT applications in this area are the precision farming, agricultural drones. So using that drones we can monitoring the agricultural field, whether any unnecessary things can happen or any outside source animals are attacked throughout the agricultural field, like that. Then livestock monitoring, then smart greenhouses. Okay. Next, industrial IoT. So IIoT, that is industrial IoT. So mainly the IoT can also be focused in the industrial IoT. So using the cyber physical system to monitoring the physical factory processes and make data-based automated decision. Database automated decision. So whenever using the physical system are made, the intelligent using IoT, the real-time communication and cooperation both with each other and with human is established via the wireless web. So IIoT, industrial IoT, brings in the concept of a connected factory leads to a smart factory. So here the connected factory is nothing but the so many sensors that are connected to predict some data. The data have an automation, so that automation can be converted into the smart factory. Then IIoT in manufacturing. Okay. Here the IIoT in manufacturing having a digital connected factory. Here the IoT enabled things, that is IoT enabled machinery can transmit some operational informations to the partners like the equipment manufacturer and to the field engineer. Then facility management. So here the use of IoT sensors in manufacturing equipment enables conditions based maintenance alert. Okay, so these are some conditions that are related to the IoT. So some conditions based maintenance alert. and production flow monitoring. So here in IoT manufacturing can enable the monitoring of production lines starting from the refining process down to the packaging of the final product, starting how the process can be made at the end, the process, how the process will be done, like that. Then inventory management. Here the IoT applications permit the monitoring of events across a supply chain. And next, the fifth one is plant safety and security. So IoT combined with big data analysis can improve the overall workers safety and security in the plant. Then quality control. So IoT sensors collect aggregate product data and other third party syndicated data from various stages of a product cycle. Okay. Then packaging optimization. So here whenever we use the IoT sensors in product or some packaging systems, here the manufacturing can gain some insights into the usage patterns and handling a product from multiple customers. So packaging optimization is very important. Then logistics and supply chain optimization. Here the industrial IoT can provide access to real-time supply chain information by tracking materials, wherever the materials will move, wherever the materials can go from one place to another place, like that, tracking materials, tracking equipments and products as they move through the supply chain. Next, IoT challenges. Here the main IoT challenges is in the security, privacy and data sharing issues. Okay, security, privacy and data sharing issues. Okay, here when the IoT devices are closely connected, okay, whenever the IoT devices are closely connected, all a hackers has to do is exploit one vulnerability to manipulate all the data, rendering it unusable. So whenever the manufacturer do not update the devices regularly or at all, some vulnerable can be easily attacked, and this will enhance to the cyber criminals. Okay, then hackers are not the only threat to the Internet of Things. So whenever we use the IoT sensor devices to wherever we have in the applications, the hackers is not there the only threat. Privacy is the another major concern for the IoT users. For instance, companies that make and distribute consumer IoT devices could use those devices to obtain and sell user personal data. So here the challenges with the IoT, first the security of data, already we have discussed the same as above. Then reliability and stability of all IoT sensors. Then connectivity of all the system in IIoT setup. Okay. So the industrial IoT setup, it is the crucial one to connect all the system under the one system. To maintenance, no maintenance, blending legacy systems. IIoT is new in the market. Okay. Then what needs to be done? What are the needs that we are going to done in the IoT? The first one is consumer education. Okay. Then the second one is product reviews and comparisons. So there are so many product having some sensors. So whenever the sensor to predict the data from the outer world or where the applications we are used, that reviews also very important, and only not for the review, and the comparison is very important from among the sensors. Then here vulnerability disclosure and vulnerability markers, then self-certification and voluntary codes of practice, then trust marks and labels like Internet Society, Online Trust Alliance, IoT Trust Framework, then government initiatives work, then mandated security requirements, then mandated certification, liability reform, and some etc. So here the futures of IoT. how the IoT will begin in the year 2025, 2026, 27, like that. So here the Bain and company expects annual IoT revenue of hardware and software to exceed 450 billion by 2020. So at the time of 2020, the IoT hardwares and softwares are exceed $450 million. Then the McKinsey and company estimates IoT will have a 11.1 trillion impact by 2025. This is currently going on this year. Then IHS market believes the number of connected IoT devices will increase 12% annually. So every year there is a 12% increase to reach to 125 billion in upcoming 2030. So Gartner assessed that. So these are some predictions upcoming year where how the IoT rule all over the world, like that. So Gartner assessed that 20.8 billion connected things will be issues in previous 2005 years back, 2020, with the total spend on IoT devices and service to reach $3.7 trillion. So these are some expectation that is 2 years back, 2023. So whenever we are in the current year 2025, there are 3 times more compared to 2023. Okay. Here the Gartner forecast that worldwide IoT security spending will be 3.11 billion by 2021, where great improvement in the security of IoT devices by manufacturer. Then global manufacturer will use analytic data recorded from connecting devices to analyze process and identify optimization of possibilities according to IDC and SAP. So here some business insider forecast that by 2027% of new cars will become with built-in IoT connectivity. So now we can 100% of new cars will come with in the current 2025 IoT connectivity. So here the diagram shows how the smart devices can be worked throughout the network, that is fast network, and the network is converted to the internet. Here the web is present center, then so many hostels are around this, then mobile internet. Okay, using that mobile devices we can easily predict, and each and every mobile devices can having a sensor to predict some values. And here mobiles plus peoples plus PCs, personal computer. So here the 3 things are connected together to share data among the networks using that mobiles. So by using the people plus PCs, and the last one, Internet of Things. So interconnected object. So here there is one common internet. It is used to few people, used to PC, used to mobile devices and smartphone and smartphones, then refrigerator, some smart cars, like that. So this is IoT ecosystem. Here the user, okay, the user wearing some smart wearable devices, and here are some smart cars, smart homes, like that. Here the both having sensors. So here the sensor combined together in the intermediary communication and processing device. So from the intermediary communication and processing device, and this will go into the cloud. So cloud having the data storage. So after that data can be stored in the cloud, then the real-time processing can be made. That real-time processing can be visualization, presentation, recommendation. The last one is the data archive. Next, these are some ecosystem components. The first one, device manufacturers, sensor, actuators, smart appliances, the network service providers, operators, NMS providers, then cloud service providers, data centers, DBAS, data warehouse, then some platform providers and middleware providers like SDK, then third party applications developers, analytic providers, tools and API. So here some the example that generally electric deploy sensors in its jet engines, turbines and wind farms by analyzing data in the real time. Here the GE saves times and money associated with predictive maintenance. So this is one. Okay, this is one, the connectivity. Here the predicts machine software analytics and enterprise system external data. Here there is an Wi-Fi connection. So these connections are given to the cloud service. On the cloud service there is an assessed analytic data security operations, then cloud foundry data infrastructure. The whole having the predicts cloud. So then the right side topmost there is an applications. So these are the cloud service that store the data. That data can be given to the applications, UA and the mobile applications. Then these are some broad research directions beyond before 2010, 10 to 15, 15 to 20 and beyond 2020. So these are some research directions. Then technologies roadmap of IoT. Okay, so first we are using the RFID tags, then this is surveillance security cameras, then locating people and everyday object. Now we are present at the monitor of distance object, control distance object, sales presence ability to monitor and control distance object by using the sensor. So here the big data. So big data is not only magic, it doesn't matter, but how much data you have if you can't make sense of it. So big data is very crucial role in the Internet of Things. Then the last one, the Internet of Things, the only tip of an iceberg. So Internet of Things is not a single or just easily move on the topic. It is a very big topic and vast area where we can deeply see the Internet of Things. So what are the content that we are saw in the previous slides? There is only some small information from the iceberg. Okay, so these are some references that I am taken from the Internet of Things from the internet. So thank you.